we are asked in this question to take this equation and then find the values of A and B. So we're given the information that P is the x-intercept and Q is the y-intercept. So we know how to find coordinates for this. When we have an x-intercept, y equals 0, right? So if I make y equals 0, that means this disappears, right? So then the way that I talk about the coordinates of P, I make y equals 0. So I've just got A and 0, right? The y coordinate is 0. And then when I want Q, it's going to be 0 and negative B, actually, isn't it? Because this is a minus B here. So again, whatever intercept you want, you just make the other letter equal 0, rearrange it to get the letter by itself, and you'll find that these, right? So let me just tell you what I mean. So for the x-intercept, I make y equals 0. So x over A minus 0 equals 1. And then when you bring this across, 1 times A is A, so x equals A, right? And you'll find the same thing happens with B, but it's negative. So 0 equals this, bring it across, it's negative y equals B, so y equals negative B. Okay, so these are my two coordinates. I'm also told that the gradient of PQ is 2/5, and I'm told that the length of PQ is 2 root 29. So what I'm going to do, I'm asked to find, what am I asked to find? Let me have a look. Oh, values of A and B. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this equation or use these coordinates. I'm going to find the gradient. So let's change color. The gradient is 2/5, right? So 2/5, actually, let me write that afterwards. Let's find the gradient. So it is, I've got these 2 points, right? So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals 2/5, right? We know it's 2/5, so let's simplify. Negative b minus 0, negative b. 0 minus a, negative a is 2/5. So that means, these cancel out, right? So b over a is 2/5. So what I can now say is that b equals 2/5 of A, right? Bring that across and multiply. So B equals 2/5 A. We're just going to set this aside for a second. That's really helpful. Again, we have 2 unknowns, but we also have another piece of information. So if I find the length, I will still have 2 unknowns, but then I can substitute in B for A, and we won't have 2 unknowns. So let's go back over there. Let's pick this color. All right, let's go back over here a bit. And I'm now going to try and find the length. All right, so I know the length is 2 root 29. And so if I use my distance formula, I've got negative b minus 0 squared plus 0 minus a squared, and all of that is square rooted, right? Using these 2 coordinates again, finding the length between them. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to square both sides to get rid of this. So that becomes 116. Negative b minus 0 is just negative b squared is b squared. And then this is a squared. Now what I'm going to do is take this information over here. So instead of having 2 different values, I'm going to substitute b in over here. So 116 equals b, which is actually 2/5 of a squared plus a squared. So then 116 equals, well, square top and bottom. So I get 4/9 a squared. So 4/9. Why did I say 9? It's 25. 4/25 a squared plus a squared. These are like terms. Let's put them together. So that gives me 29 lots of 25a squared. Okay, again, bring this across. So I'm going to divide 116 by 29 over 25, and that turns out to wonderfully be 100, which means A is 10. And then if I want B, let's go back over here. I've got this lovely little thing over here, right? So let's pick another color. So then I can say that B is 2/5 of A, which is 10. And hopefully you can see that B is 4. All right, so that gives us A and B. That is question 9.